Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Scarlett Lonsky. I am the class of 2023, and I am studying biochemistry, molecular biology, and psychology here at Wells. I'm here today to give you a little bit of perspective on my experience at Wells, why I came to Wells, and what life being here as both a student athlete and a worker here is. So I guess you can follow me. Right now, we are actually in Stratton Hall, which is one of my favorite buildings on campus, probably the one that I spend most of my time in. Because I am studying in the sciences, I got my maths classes here, I have my science classes here. I think out of the 5 days that I have classes, I'm in this building probably about 18 hours a day. I would say that. That's a lot of time that I spend here. This is actually one of my labs. I'm taking biochemistry at the moment. You can see in here, this is a pretty cool place to be. Actually, one of the labs that we're doing right now, we're actually making soap out of avocados, which is a process called saponification. And that's something that we can do both in lab and take with us when we're out of it. All right, so as we walk down the hall, you're gonna see the atrium, which is the most pretty part of Stratton Hall that we have. One thing that I do on campus is actually part of my work study. I help water the plants that are here in Stratton. I like it because not only is it a job, and number two, I feel like I have an active part in taking care of the place, and this is basically where I spend my time most of the time, so it's kind of where I call home. Let's see. You get a lot of compliments on these ones especially, because they're so big. Oh man. So a lot of questions that I often get is how to be a student and athlete. So the best analogy that I've ever heard someone put it is Wells College takes into very, very seriously that when you're a student athlete, the student part comes before the athlete part. So I'm very honored to represent Wells both on and off the field, and I'm very thankful that I can trust my team to help me out if I need help with my penalty kicks or if I need academic help. I can always count on them. And I'm not afraid to reach out to my coaches or the wonderful staff that we have at athletics either, because in the end, they want to see you succeed in both shooting goals up at the turf and getting A's on the test. So you never have to be afraid of that. And sometimes the question is, how do you balance it all? Can you balance it all? And parents, I know that's a question that my parents had as well. So the answer is yes, you can. You can do it if you really want it. When I was in high school, I didn't think that I would be able to be an athlete. I didn't think that this was possible. I thought that I would be too busy with my studies. And the bottom line is yes, I'm very busy with my studies. But hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
But the thing is, I hold 2 jobs outside of Wells. I'm double majoring here, and I play soccer. I'm on the women's soccer team. And I'm very thankful to be able to do that because when you're in any of those areas, they all work together. And if you want it bad enough, you can certainly do it. I mean, though athletics has changed, everybody's wearing masks, we're kind of all 6 feet apart, we're practicing in different little pods. It's still just as possible to be an athlete here as it was before. So right now we're walking down the west wing of Stratton. And though I don't have any classes over here, I do water the plants over here. So those guys in there need their water. If you look in there, zoom in, we got a little axolotl. His name is Herbie. He's like 13 years old. He's pretty cool. All right. So being an athlete in a pandemic is also a question that you guys might have. And that is something that, this is something we've never seen before. So how do you do both? How do you manage everything? Being an athlete at all means that you're gonna develop life skills that you're gonna take with you beyond university, like team collaboration, respecting authority, learning how to show up on time, That's all things that you're going to take with you when you graduate high school, when you graduate college. Being an athlete in a pandemic is still those same principles, but also learning how to take care of yourself. I mean, how many times have our moms had to tell us, hey, take a shower? You know, now that we're in this, we're learning how to properly care about our health, properly nurture ourselves. So it's all those same principles that you would have had being on a team that you're now learning, because we have to take greater precautions to protect everyone's safety. And the bottom line is, when you are in a team, you're going to get that motivation not only for your academics and your sports to do well, but also to take care of yourself, because that's a group of people that want to see you happy, want to see you healthy, want to see you succeed. All right, so we're just about at the end of the Facebook Live. If I had any advice to any prospective students or any new students that are looking to come to Wells, it would be to reach out, okay? Reach out to anyone like me who's an athlete. Embrace those athletes and non-athletes alike. Reach out to the professors, reach out to the athletic staffs, because we're here to help you. And if you're looking for a way to get that daily exercise in, that motivation to help you out with your schoolwork, and those connections, those people who can help you out, help you learn, help you grow, this is a very nurturing place to develop, and everybody here wants to help you grow into what you can come to be. So reach out. We don't bite, I promise. And we'd be happy to just answer whatever questions you have based on anything about Wells or anything about your collegiate career. I mean, even if you're interested in student politics, I'm part of collegiate. I can always help you with that out too. Anything else? You know, we're friendly here. We want to see you around. We want to have you part as a team. I can tell you I'd love to kick around some balls up on the turf with you around the soccer team. So thank you so much for joining us today. And remember that we can be in person if you want to schedule a live tour. If you do that, just call the Office of Admissions. We'd be happy to set you up. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my experience here at Wells.